Good morning, everybody. MG here, MGCovers, bringing you a brand new MLB preview for August the 4th, 2020. As always, if you're joining me for the first time, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Ton of content on there as well. We're going to talk about the website here briefly. If you've never followed me on Twitter or Instagram, Facebook, you can find me MGCovers, cover spelled with a Z. If you go to the website, everything on there as far as power rankings are free right now. You get access to all of my Major League Baseball power rankings. Those are free. You just go to the website, MGCovers.com, click on the link where it says power rankings, scroll down, MLB power rankings. You'll get my actual lines for the matchup and also NBA as well. We're releasing our lines every day for NBA. All right, with that being said, let's talk about recapping yesterday. Another brutal loss. We had Colorado was winning 7-4, going to the ninth, gave up 2 runs due to an error, and that, of course, resulted in a loss. So we've had in the last 4 days, we've had 3 games that we lost in the ninth inning. That is absolutely brutal. And you might ask yourself, well, what do you do? Well, there's nothing to do. But press on and realize that the luck that you had going against you will eventually go for you, and you'll end up winning some games that you probably should not have won. So it's all a cycle, and like I've always said, this is a very difficult business. Don't let anybody tell you anything differently. This is from somebody that's done this professionally since 2015. This particular year has been the absolute roughest, most brutal year I've ever had. Same deal with hockey. But anyway, you keep pressing on, learn from those losses. What can you learn? Take something positive from that. And the thing that I take personally positive from that is realizing those were the right plays. Statistically, what happened was extremely rare. And so we were actually correct wager, just not the result we were looking for. So we continue to press on. We'll have to be conservative here. So we're actually down 3 units. So we'll be conservative moving forward. And with that, let's dive right into today's Whoops. What the heck? Here we go. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so we're going to look at our lines. If you're following this video for the first time, those are our lines on the left. We use a combination of OPS for hitting as well as OPS for pitching. Combine those to come up with the line. And we're looking for value between our line and the sportsbook line. Pirates open up. We have them at plus 140. Twins are the favorites at minus 125. In this one, actual line, Twins heavy favorite minus 206. Pittsburgh plus 187. Potentially a play for Minnesota on the run line. I hate to pay juice when you're playing the run line, but it's relatively low. Minus 110 to minus 109 you can get playing Minnesota on the run line. Indians, Reds. Indians at plus 100. Shane Bieber's on the mound for Indians. Probably the best pitcher in baseball. Be difficult to bet against him. Reds, our power rankings are minus 125. Cleveland has struggled to hit the ball, and Reds have the advantage there. But you can get a ton of value playing Cincinnati in this one at plus 150. I'm looking at several different books, 140 plus 147. So definitely some value there with Cincinnati. There's always, like I've always said, good hitting does beat good pitching now. However, I think there's better value out there as far as lines go. Red Sox, Rays, we have both these teams as a dog. Red Sox at plus 120, Rays at plus 110. Actual line, Tampa Bay's favorite here, minus 140. Boston at plus 129. So not really much value on either side in that matchup. Next, looked at the Mets and Nationals. Mets minus 105, beat my Braves last night. Nationals at minus 120. So both of these teams are favorites. Mets are the dog in the sportsbook line at plus 132. Washington minus 144. A little bit of value there on the Mets side. Blue Jays and the Braves. Both these teams are dogs, real close via our power rankings. Blue Jays plus 100, Braves plus 110. Obviously, the Braves are going to be favored here with Fried on the mound. They're at minus 174. Shoemaker takes the mound for Toronto, and he is at plus 159. If you hear that in the background, that's my actual coffee maker. I made another brew here, so apologize if you hear that. So we're going to look at our free play is going to come. One of our free plays is going to come from that game. Finally, last two on this page, Marlins plus 100, Orioles minus 122. Orioles, big surprise here this year. Actual line, let's see if we can see it here. Baltimore, where are you? Oh, I don't see it. Yeah, I do see a line. Baltimore is the favorite, minus 145. Miami is the underdog, plus 135. Miami's first game back since the shutdown. So not a lot of value there. Possibly Marlins, but I certainly would not bet against a really good hitting team like the Orioles right now. White Sox minus 120. Brewers 105. Definitely getting some value there with Chicago White Sox at plus 115. Woodruff is on the mound for Milwaukee. Milwaukee probably has a pitching advantage here slightly, and they are the favorites at minus 125. All right, moving to our next set of games. Royals Cubs. Royals at plus 120. Cubs minus 130. Actual line, Cubs minus 185. Hendricks on the mound for Cubs. So that line's inflated, obviously. Kansas City plus 175. Not a lot of value potentially on the run line, even though the Cubs have sort of struggled here lately. You can get dog money on the run line at plus 107 to plus 110 going with the Cubs. Giants-Rockies matchup we had last night. Rockies are minus 135. Our power rankings, Giants 118. Giants are the underdog at plus 158. Colorado is San Francisco is the underdog at plus 158. Colorado is the favorite at minus 168. Run line would be a pretty good play. Plus 100 to minus 118 in favor of Colorado there. So if I did play that would be the only play I would there. Obviously laying that amount of juice on the money line, way too much to give up. Rangers Athletics, this game's 125, features both dogs. Athletics 105. Actual line, Oakland is the favorite here, coming in right now at minus 148. Texas plus 138. Both of those teams struggling to hit the ball, so obviously that would be a no play on my side. Dodgers Padres. Dodgers minus 140. Padres minus 125. I feel like the Dodgers will be favored every game here in this series. They were last night. Dodgers actual line at minus 125. San Diego plus 114. So you can make a case for value on both sides on that particular game. Astros Diamondbacks. Astros minus 110. D-backs plus 145. Arizona has Bumgarner on the mound. They are at plus 119. Houston is the favorite at minus 129. So not much value on the Astros side, and certainly would not make a play for the Diamondbacks, who are absolutely struggling at the plate. Finally, Angels, Mariners. Our second free play is going to come from this. We have both these teams at a dog. Angels plus 120, Mariners plus 130. So very similar. However, actual line is Angels minus 191, Seattle plus 174. So a ton of value with Seattle. So let's look at the breakdown. If you didn't see this yesterday, we'll look at this Angels-Mariners matchup. That first line you see in the white is the power ranking for hitting. So we have the Angels at 49. We have the Mariners at 44. So very close. That's their hitting power ranking. 62 is the highest and 38 is the lowest. And this is how I come up with my lines. So you have the Angels at 41, Mariners at 42. So neither team is very good on the mound, pitching-wise, both starting pitching and relief pitching. So total Angels 45, Mariners 43. So this is basically a 50-50 matchup. Anything can happen. Angels are just not good. They've only won 3 games all year and currently on a 2-8 run. And Seattle actually won 2 of 3 in Anaheim. So this one's at Seattle. So just from a value perspective, this is in essence a 50-50 game. However, we're getting plus 174, plus 180, depending on what book you look at. So that definitely favors Seattle in this one. There is some sharp money on Seattle. So our first play is going to be the Mariners plus, depending on what book you go to, plus 174. And our next matchup, we're going to look at the Braves and Blue Jays. Again, if you look at the hitting is very close. I have the Braves at a 50, which is middle of the Major League Baseball teams compared to other teams. Blue Jays 47. Slight advantage for pitching for the Blue Jays at 53, Braves at 45. So again, another 50-50 game. We have Shoemaker on the mound for Toronto, who's pitched pretty well. He is 1.50 ERA to start the season. Max Fried, very similar, 1-0, a 2.31 ERA. So I feel like the matchups pitching-wise are even. One important note about this game, this is a great situational angle. Atlanta has played 11 days straight. 11 days straight. That's one thing we really need to factor in when we think about travel time and wear and tear on the body. That's tough to play 11 straight games. And from a pitching perspective, the last four games, Soroka pitched 2 innings last night. The bullpen pitched 7. The night before, Wright pitched 3 innings. The bullpen for the Braves pitched 6. The night before that, Toussaint pitched 4 innings. The bullpen pitched 5. The night before that, Sean Newcomb pitched 4 innings. The bullpen pitched 5. So in the last 4 days, the Braves bullpen has pitched 23 innings. The Blue Jays have not played since Thursday, and I really believe this favors the Blue Jays because that gave them, let's see, what was that, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 days off. So they're completely rested. Braves bullpen is gassed, and then when you look at the actual line, you can get Toronto for plus 160, plus 157, so a ton of value there. So our second free play is going to be the Blue Jays at plus 160. Now, personally, I'm going to play both these matches, both of these games, half unit. So a half a unit on the Blue Jays at their line and half a unit on Seattle. So the max that we're risking is 1 unit. So if we lose both of those, we're still only down a unit. And if we win both of those, we're going to be up 1.65 units. So if you want to play them as full units, you can certainly do that. Hopefully we can come away with a winning day, and we will talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.